I'm your friend Dr. Charles Apoki. Welcome to my today's sermon. Today is December 7th. I want to thank you all that sent in goodwill messages, your prayers towards our 40th marriage anniversary. I want to let you know that it was a great success. Somebody came from the United States, people came from Europe, people came from different parts of the country. We had a good time, we danced, we had fun, we spoke, we learned. And the Apoki Foundation was started, people have donated, and the first beneficiary was today. The mother works as an environmental staff in my school, and the boy attends a public school. He is in a senior secondary school three, class three. When I asked what was his school, I saw him come to help the mother clean this Sunday in preparation for tomorrow. After service, I saw them cleaning. I was very challenged that we could have a calm boy like that will come and help the mother do her work. The mother is not the only worker there, but she volunteered to come. And I gave the boy a gift, cash gift. Then I asked him how much was the school fees. He said that they don't pay school fees in Delta State in secondary school. It is amazing. I want to thank the governor for doing that. They don't pay school fees, primary and secondary, in public schools. He said the only thing that was remaining was to register for the final exam and to pay for JAM. I asked him, he said it's 80,000 naira. By tomorrow, Monday, the 8th, I'm going to give the mother 80,000 naira to register him. I'm very happy that your contributions are changing people's lives. At least I will take that burden out of that woman. God is a mathematician. In Matthew chapter 13, verse 23, we've been dealing on the parable of the sower. And he said that the Bible says there, Jesus said, the seeds that fell on the fertile soil yielded 100%, 60%, and some 30%. The seeds were the same, but the degree of productivity, even in the fertile soil, the good soil, varied depending on some factors in the land. So the fertile soil, the difference between the fertile soil and the other types of soil is that this one was plowed. It has been broken. It has been turned upside down. The perceptions, the attitudes, the dispositions have been plowed. There's something called creative destruction. They've destroyed the old paradigm and created a new paradigm. Number two, such kind of soil is well watered, adequately not flooded. It's also a deep soil, a soil that is deep, has capacity to supply nutrients, water. It's a cleared soil. A lot of thorns, rubbish have been removed. The rocks have been cracked. It's a good soil. It is an analytic mind and a perceptive mind. Because even God will say, come, let us reason together. In verse 14 of Matthew chapter 13, he said, they are seeing, but they cannot see. They are seeing, they cannot perceive. Their hearing, they cannot understand. It's only a perceptive and analytical mind that can produce results. So it means seeing beyond what is obvious. Seeing beyond what is obvious is different from being cynical. A cynical mind is a toxic mind that conjures things that are not there. In one of my videos that is trending now, my wife was dancing with me in our hall upstairs. Somebody said it was a Redeem church. I don't know where he saw Redeem logo. It was the hall of my school. That's where we hold our assembly. Said he saw me dancing in front of a Redeem church. That's not a Redeem church, it's our school hall. Then as I was dancing with my wife, my daughter came in. Another toxic mind said that when that girl just came in, doctor went and stood close to his wife. She's that girl that came there is my daughter. Because of the toxicity in your mind, you interpreted it very negatively. You see, so people can perceive evil when there is no evil, see things that are not there. But people can, the critical, analytical mind can say, I perceive that you are a man of God. Critical thinking is not being toxic or condemning. It is looking at issues and interrogating the issues. It is those kind of minds that can be fruitful mind. It says the soil yielded 100%, 60%, 30% yield. That means God is evaluating our productivity. He is evaluating our productivity. People used to tell me, I wish I knew you many years before now. But the question I keep asking is, what about those who have been with me for ages? To be my child, could be my relatives, could be my neighbors, could be my schoolmates. There are people who have been with me for ages. A man was telling me yesterday that he used to consume monkey tail. That since the last time I traveled with him and I preached to him and led him to Christ, that he has stopped monkey tail. And that he wished he knew me many years back, that he would have not squandered his money the way he used to squander. He just met me a few months back. But there are people who have been with me, who know me very well, eat and drink with me, go out with me for years. They've not imbibed much from me. In fact, they are resistant and antagonistic because those minds are full of themselves. Full of themselves. Somebody came to the ceremony we had. I was standing with the House of Rep member that came for the 40th marriage anniversary, and we're taking pictures. I had taken pictures with him and left. So he beckoned on my wife to come and then said I should join them. So I joined them. And I can't just be pushing him up and down. His official photographer was there and was taking us pictures. One lousy man just came in there. This is not how to do it like this. When I went upstairs, I told him, next time when you go to a place, you behave yourself. I was standing there with the House of Rep member. You are not his official photographer. Why did you come there and start poke nosing? I have traveled more than you. I know why women sit on the left. It's a British tradition. I know how it started. And he was arguing with me. He told me that it was my neighbor that told him to come to the ceremony. I told him, if you didn't want to come before, get out of my office. I drove him out of the place. Because there was nothing he was going to learn. He has known me over the years. You are not as educated as I am. You are not as rich as I am. You are not exposed. You don't know. You are a local boy. And you think you know. So when you have such minds around you, they don't yield fruit from whatever seeds you sow. If you have them in church, There are elders in church, deacons in church, whose minds are sealed, frozen, calcified. They are the ones who analyze every pastor, criticize every pastor. Their lives never change. You have a rebellious child among your children. His mind is filled with rubbish from outside. He will never learn from you. And they will eventually end up less than their contemporaries. You have relatives like that. So those are callous, toxic, reprobate minds. They will stay with you for years. They will not produce fruit. So, what are the consequences of not producing fruit? There was a tree that was leafy. It was leafy before its time. The leaves were blossoming and it was not yet time for leaves to blossom and to have fruit. Jesus saw it and there was no fruit in it, and Jesus cursed it and it withered. You are a young girl, you start behaving as if you are an adult female because of your outward appearance without inner character. You start advertising your breast, your buttocks. You start going up and down. You are leafy. But with deep interrogation, there is nothing good coming out of you. I've seen several of them. They will end up halfway, half educated, baby mamas, destroy their lives, and you see them in churches praying up and down, shaking their heads like concrete mixers. They produce leaves without fruit. They didn't turn the green part of their leaves, their potential, they didn't mix it with sunlight, which is the illumination of the Holy Spirit, to produce fruit. So, such people are cursed. They place a curse on themselves. See a young girl, she's already, when we were in medical school, there were many girls smoking. Smoking, when they die of cancer later in life, they say it's the devil that killed them. No. You go into drugs, you go into occultism, you go into all kinds of trash too early. Though there's no good time to go into rubbish, but you start very early, you will burn your candles from both ends and put it in the wind, candle in the wind. So, then oftentimes, when you are not fruitful, you will be cut off. If you remain unfruitful, there was the case of a tree that was planted by a master, and for 3 years, no fruit, no results, no productivity, no increase in potential and capacity and competence. The master said that this tree should be cut down. The servant appealed, let us fertilize it. If it does not grow, if it does not produce fruit, after 3 years, we will cut it down. So you see, when your life is unproductive, when you have something you will do for God today, He will not allow you die tomorrow. Something you will do for God tomorrow, He will not allow you die today because He's a good investor. And now, if you don't produce fruit, the little you have will be taken away from you and given to somebody who is more productive. And you can be thrown into suffering. You can be thrown into suffering. You can see 2, 3 students, 10, in a class of 112 students. You will see the same lectures we received, the same teachers, the same exams. You will see the ones who are virtually living in hell because the seeds that were sown in their minds in the school, they were not fertile. Their soils were not fertile. Their minds were not fertile. You can see people in the same church blossoming from what the pastor is teaching, but the very reprobate, critical, toxic, calcified, and frozen minds will be suffering and they become a burden to people. So, and then if you are not fruitful, you cannot enter the rest of the master, the shalom. The master said, come into my rest in the parable of talents. The rest of the master is when, oh God, the Lord shall supply all your needs. When you pay your dues in the hand of God in society, your bills are paid. The cap I'm wearing, the clothes I'm wearing, I keep saying that they are gifts. As I was preparing for this ceremony, I didn't form a WhatsApp group. I told my children, I don't need money from you. God will finance this project. And he did finance it beyond my expectation. So then you are not desperate. I wasn't worrying how I would do this or do that or do that. As the bills came, the supply came. God is a very good investor. It is the stock that will yield dividends to him that he likes investing in. So you can become progressively relaxed in God's hands, confidently and progressively relaxed in God's hand. Now, simple question I want to ask you. There are some of you Christians who are very critical. You quote scriptures stupidly. Your brains are frozen. You just follow things. You just follow things. You don't think. If everybody in this world was like you, how would this world look like? Any day you wake up, answer this question. If the whole of the human beings in this world were like you, as unproductive as you are, as unfruitful as you are, even as wicked as you are, as parasitic as you are, as dependent as you are, as entitled as you are, what will this world look like? You are your destiny architect and builder. God is neutral. He is not partial. The seeds were neutral. They were not partial. It is the soils they fell into that produce different results. And the soil is your mind. Your mind is the garden of God. You are a reflection of your mind. You don't forget all these devil things. You watching this video now, you are a reflection of your mind. And one prayer you will pray: God, give me a fruitful mind. Give me a fertile mind, that the things I will hear will produce results. The ideas I will get will produce results. So now the results were graded 100%, 60%, 30%. So if you are at the level of 30%, say, God, my aim is to reach 100%. Keep promoting me and increasing my productivity using your word and inspirations and ideas and intuitions, insights that I will get so that I can get 100% productivity. I remain Dr. Charles Apoki. God bless you.